Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Francois. Today I'm making red beans and rice, and everybody here is really excited. We start off by browning our andouille, 1 pound of andouille sausage, and about a tablespoon of olive oil. And you know how much I love to measure. That looks good. Some things never change. Y'all are used to Mr. Butch by now. Here is a little over, but right around a pound of sliced andouille sausage, about a half an inch thick. We're going to put it into the pot and brown it for just a few minutes. And then we'll go on from there. So I'll be back. I promise. All right. Getting ready to take the sausage out of the pot. It left all that good browning on the bottom of the pot. We're going to add a little more olive oil, and we're going to add some of our vegetables that we're going to use to cook our beans with. We have got a medium yellow onion, a bell pepper, about 3 or so stalks of celery. There's more olive oil. And now we're going to add our onions first. We're going to let that cook in that wonderful fat from the sausages and a little bit extra olive. Whoops. Missed a piece of sausage. So now I'm going to saute my onions until they turn translucent. And then we will add the rest of our celery, our bell pepper, and our garlic, and about half of our green onions. So I'll be back when it's time to add the rest of our aromatic vegetables. So, be back in a few. All right, we're going to add our garlic and let it cook for about 30 or so seconds before we add the rest of our ingredients. That was about 5 cloves of garlic chopped. I chopped everything ahead of time. There's no sense in making you watch me chop something. I'm not one of those fancy TV chefs that can go, no, I don't do that. I use my handy dandy chopper that we've used before. So we put the garlic in. I'm stirring it around, loosening up any bits that might have gotten stuck on the bottom, because a lot of our flavor comes from that. I can smell the garlic. It's getting very aromatic. So let's add our celery and our bell pepper. Give it a good stir. About half of our green onions. Give it a good stir up. Get everything mashed down good. We're going to saute this for about 5 minutes. So I'll be back when it's time to deglaze the pot. We're going to use about a half a cup of our chicken broth. So I'll be back when it's time to add the next ingredients. All right, it's time to deglaze our pan with about a half a cup of the chicken broth. All right, there we go. Scraping down the sides real good. All right. Now, our recipe says that we are to add our 1 pound of red beans. Mine have been rinsed and checked for any foreign bodies. And in here, I've got salt, pepper, oregano, thyme, smoked paprika, Cajun seasoning, and 2 bay leaves. All of this goes in. Give all of that a little bit of a stir. I'm going to turn off the... There we go. Excuse me, those spices. Woo, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Woo. All right. Woo. Now we're going to add our ham hock. We're going to now add a cup of water. And the rest of our broth, which is a total of 4 cups of chicken broth. You'll notice we are not putting the sausage back in. All right, now we're going to put our lid on. We're going to set it. I'm in the shadows here. No, I am. There we go. Set it to sealing because I'm using my Instapot today. And we are going to cook it on high pressure for 55 minutes. All right. And now we're going to wait 55 minutes and let it cook. Then we will wait 15 minutes to let the pressure release naturally, and then we will continue from there. So I will be back after a short break. All right, we have cooked it for the 55 minutes, and we have let it naturally release now for 15 minutes. Now we are going to release the rest of the pressure. I have chopped up about 1/4 of a cup of parsley. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. And of course, I have our andouille sausage. And as soon as the pressure releases, we are going to take the ham hock out and cut the meat off of the ham hock to add back in when we put our parsley and our sausage back in and hot sauce. And we're going to then let it simmer for a few minutes before we actually serve it. So, as soon as it finishes releasing pressure, I'll be back with you to show you the next step. We're finished. All right, we're finished venting. Wow, that looks good. Let's take our ham hock out, if we can. One of the problems with pressure cooking, everything falls apart. There's part of the meat. Ooh, got a bay leaf too, that's good. There's the rest of the ham hock, so we can be chopping it up. I'm going to give it a quick stir. And once I cut up the ham hock, we're going to take out about 1.5 cups of the beans, and I am going to use my emulsion blender to blend some of the beans and put them back in. And then we're going to let it simmer for a few more minutes. And then we will be ready to try our pressure cooker red beans and rice. Be back. All right, here we go. I'm going to get some of my beans out. There's a cup. About 1.5 cups. Let me drain some more of this juice off. There we go. And now, using the immersion blender, I'm going to mash this up. Looks like refried beans. That's what it looks like. Of course, this is a pinto, so that's not what it is. Take that part off and put it over here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's exactly what it looks like. And we're going to put that back in. Ooh, those beans are hot. So, oh yeah. That looks great. Let me get my baby cheater, also known as a spatula. Oh, caught it. Way to go. All right, now the ham. They didn't have any ham hocks, so I have a lot of ham in this because I used a smoked ham shank instead. So we're putting our sausage back in. I'm going to put our parsley in. By the way, I dug out the other bay leaf. Put in our fresh parsley, about 1/4 cup. Got it turned back to saute. Gonna add about a teaspoon of hot sauce. Stir it up. Let it simmer for about 10 to 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. Depends on how hungry you are, I guess. So we'll come back in a few minutes to try it. Put the lid back on. There we go. Yeah, I know the lid is on. Thank you. All right, we're going to let it simmer for a few minutes. All right, as you probably saw me, I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of butter just to finish it off. As soon as it melts, we'll be finished with our beautiful red beans and rice. It turned out extremely well. All right, here goes. Give me a piece of ham. Ooh. That's what it looks like right there. Very hot, so let's see what happens. Right on the money. So remember, until next time, let's dig in.